Welcome back to another deep dive where I go over anything and everything FPS related, whether that's Call of Duty, Destiny, Xdefiant, or anything that I'm just kind of interested in and feel like I want to share to you guys. So let's find out what we're diving into now, shall we?
So with Xdefiant coming out later this summer, which feels like an eternity away, though it's just right around the corner, I wanted to crank out at least one video a week so that this community would start getting recognized on the YouTube algorithm and the YouTube platform, and well, push our community content. So if you want to stay caught up in all the loops and the happenings within the Xdefiant world, then go ahead and click that like and subscribe button and sit back and enjoy. Because this video is going to act as a wish list that I think if any part of this gets implemented, not only is it going to push the game in a better direction, but it's going to focus and help on the thing that most devs and businesses want, which is retention. So not only do I think I cover the bases through a player's POV, but I also think we're looking at it through the light of our business caps. So first, what do we know is coming out with Xdefiant? We know that we have a year one roadmap that's pretty much planned out, and it's looking like it's going to give us a lot of content and consistent content. We know we're going to get 4 factions on top of the ones that we already have, meaning by the end of the first year, we should have 8 to 9 different factions, operators, legends, whatever you want to call it. We're getting 12 new weapons on top of the 24 at launch, meaning we're going to have 36 different weapons by the end of the first season. We're getting 12 maps on top of the 14 at launch, and if it's going to stick around the same ratio, we're probably going to see around 9, maybe 10 arena maps, and then 2 to 3 progression maps. And lastly, we know that these seasons are going to be broken up into these different corridors. We got Ruby, we got Buds, we got Orchard, and it ends with Horde. And no, we're not talking World of Warcraft. And I think all of this roadmap in general, it honestly, it's great. I love the communication that Ubisoft, that Xdefiant is really setting the bar for, and I hope it does not slow down. And not only that, with the good or the bad, because there's going to be some patches, there's going to be some seasons that aren't as good as others, just because some have to be great, some have to not live up to that expectation. I hope that the community does not attack the development studio, the dev team, too drastically, where they become less communicative, like we've seen in other games, whether it be in Call of Duty, Destiny. You know, Destiny, they used to come out and play their game, and the community was like, yo, you guys are so bad. And they're like, okay, we're just never going to talk or play the game again. I would hate to see that come out of Xdefiant. And I think with the little time that we've had our physical hands in the beta, I think it's a really good game. It has really good structure. And one thing that I personally look forward to diving in ahead first is the Mastery Camo grind, going for the gold, the platinum, the Mastery Camo to see what it really offers. But let me know what you are most excited for. When you can actually play this game and get your hands on it, what is the first thing that you're going to try to accomplish whenever it does drop later this summer? Now, we know as a business, not only do they want to monetize the game, but they want to keep the players that they have. We've seen games like Halo Infinite who come out with 250,000 plus players, lose it, and can barely sustain a 10,000 player base in a population. We know that's not ideal for a business, and especially one that's going to be a free-to-play game. You want a large retention. That way the purchases through the store are also large. They can't ever get large if the player base is small. So that means we do want to support the game so long that it's good. You know what I mean? But I don't want this as a green light for the dev studios to put all the good shit behind a paywall. We have to have some really juicy stuff that us as players can get on and explore that world and earn. Because truly, we need incentives that get us to play the game, not pay for the game. But here would be my perfect wish list for some of the things that I would like to see implemented or confirmed within Xdefiant. And I think if they do get implemented, it's only going to make the game that much better. First off is the Mastery Camos. We've had confirmation of this, but we don't know exactly what it's going to be. I hope they don't suck. I mean, I think it's an expected like gold, silver, and some type of fancy animated Mastery Camo, but that's kind of the expectation. We've not got any confirmation that that's exactly what's going to happen. We have seen some leaked images and some videos and whatnot. I'm not going to show them because I don't want this video to get striked and taken down. I'm sure you can find them online. They look good, but those aren't real images, so they could have been faked. Here is one thing that I haven't seen a lot of people talking about is I would love for Xdefiant to do what Farlight did. Take a page right out of Farlight's hand and be able to put a way for players or friends to compete for free, for in-game currency, and yes, even real money, even if it's the form of crypto within Xdefiant. Like I want to be able to go down and see tournament feed and be able to put me, Logie, whoever else wants to play the game, us three in DC, be able to do a 3v3 tournament against somebody else for free, for in-game currency, or like I said, for real money. I think that would be a really good way to build competition naturally within your community. And if you've been here for a little while, you know how I feel that gaming is no longer just an experience. When you go into a world, when we go into the world of Xdefiant, it is a literal world where we're supposed to explore explore, make friendships, socialize, find hardships to overcome those hardships. And you can't do that if there's no real in-game economy, if there's no market, there's no life in that world. But I think by integrating a tournament system within that community, you kind of build culture within that community, and that culture is everything within a game, and you can't really monetize or physically put that as a tangible thing. It's an intangible thing that people want, but very oftentimes can actually get. And pairing off of that, when you have culture, you got to have a place, you got to have a market. So give us a good in-game economy, because CSGO is the kings of the... People don't even play CSGO. People will literally just spend money and gamble within CSGO because it's, one, not only is it fun and fun to watch and be a part of, but two, there's like actual money that can be made from that. And if somebody pulls $100,000 knife, that actually has a real world implications. And I think Dr. Disrespect in Dead Drop is going to implement something like this. And I think that implementation within game, once more, to break games away from experiences and turn them into worlds for us to explore, visit, populate, I think that's going to be a big draw, is the culture and the community that's within those worlds. And if we're going to have an economy, we're going to have culture, we got to have a social space. If you want me to buy shit in your game and I can't go around strutting my shit, the only way I could see it is if I look at myself through the kill cam of somebody else's, or I just look at myself at the, the in-game lobby and like, damn, I look cool. Like, that sucks. Destiny's tower experience is great, and if we're gonna put our business cap on, dev teams, Mark Rubin, if you hear me, it is another great way to instill FOMO, actually giving you the green light to instill FOMO within the community. Because if somebody has that item that's in the item shop and they're like this close to buying it, they're like, damn, that looks so cool, and then they see like a group of that skin walking around just being like hot shots within that society or within that little community, way more likely to go back and just say, fuck it, I'm gonna buy it, because that is cool. Not only did I think it was cool, but I got the confirmation of cool, and I got the experience of FOMO, which we know is gonna get those bottom dollars pumping. Now, community, don't get mad at me. This is just me putting my business hat on. You can't get mad at me. And I know some people are gonna expect me to say, hey, I think Xdefiant should incorporate a battle royale into the mix. And though I think an Xdefiant BR would smack, don't get me wrong, I think if this is gonna be Ubisoft's new product, their flagship thing, they should work on really solidifying what that identity is before trying to diversify it, instead of saying just an arena shooter, but an arena shooter and a BR, just like we are an arena shooter. And then if a BR can become a branch, like a side thing, like Warzone to actual multiplayer, then they should do it. But it should not be within the same thing. It should be two different things existing in the same world. Maybe like two different continents on that actual planet. And the third continent would be a PvE continent where it's not PvP focused, but you're actually in the world of Xdefiant doing PvE stuff. If you guys want me over here in the marketing team, guys, I'll do it for free. I just want to be in the gaming and esports scene so bad. But if you guys learned anything, or you just agreed with anything that I said throughout the video, you might as well like and subscribe. Show this little community of weirdos some love before it blows up. You guys could say you're the OG, because the son of a bitch, we're doing the damn thing here. And we're doing it for a good cause, because the more that this community grows, the more I can help you guys out, because you're a part of the community. And I think just being together and recognizing the people that help lift you is the most important thing. But if you're picking up what I'm putting down, join me over on kick.com/Alrod. I stream virtually every day. If you have a furry friend and you want to learn how to save more and take your dog, cat, your furry friend to more places, check the description down below. If you need help navigating the scary world of credit and finances, check the links down below. I have a couple different accounts, even though I'm a nerd at heart. I'm obviously a dog lover, because we got Coda back there, Annie's over there on the other side, and I help people get their ESA. It literally saves you over $1,000 every year if you're somebody who has to pay for the dog to live with you. And I help affluent people make secure, transparent, double-digit returns on their money. All of that, just check the description down below. This is where I'm going to leave you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and as always, challenge you, make somebody laugh today, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.